I am here with Dana Sukau, senior goalkeeper for St Helens High School. How you doing, Dana?
Good.
Good. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, like you said, senior at St Helens High School. I've played soccer for the high school all 4 years and played soccer since I was little.
So when she talked about playing together, were you guys on the same team growing up?
Yeah, little soccer, not so much. Just we all played rec. But once we got to about 5th, 6th grade, our group of seniors we have now, we've played together since then.
What is it like for the chemistries having played so long together?
It's great. We all know each other so well, and we know exactly how this person works and their strengths and weaknesses, and we really play off of that.
Now, being a goalkeeper, one of the big things that I've noticed is that the communication that you have to have with your defenders and the rest of your team. Talk a little bit about kind of what your style is when you're communicating with them and what that means to you.
I've learned over my years as playing goalkeeper. When I was a freshman, so quiet, and it took a lot to kind of come out of my shell and learn that you really just have to step up and be loud and, get your point across quickly and efficiently. And we've kind of worked out a system. My team knows what I mean when I say it, and most of the time I don't even have to say much. They're ready and they know.
Yeah, it seems kind of like that communication since you guys have been together so long. Is it almost like a sisterhood, and it's kind of like, you're just with your sisters and you're kind of yelling and screaming at each other and telling each other what to do?
It gets like that at some points. Every year when we have the new people coming in, beginning of the season, we say right away, never take anything personally, especially on the field. We're just trying to get our point across, and we all pretty much know that, and we respect that.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have a great team, great communication. You kind of talked a little bit about new people coming in. Talk a little about, you guys do have a tradition for the freshmen. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, every year, once the rainy season comes and we start getting the muddy days, we have a freshman mud day. And all of us seniors, and sometimes the juniors usually join in as well, we'll just, at some point in practice, we'll decide, all right, let's go. And we just corner the freshmen, and they find the biggest mud puddles we can and drag them through. It's a lot of fun.
That's an awesome tradition. That's kind of one of those things that people look forward to as you get older, and it can really help bring a team together.
Yeah, exactly. As freshmen, we had no clue. I remember my freshman year, we were in a drill, and the best a senior I thought that year just randomly picked me up and carried me across the field to the puddle, and it was great, and I like those memories.
Now, you guys have 5 freshmen this year. Was that a little bit more difficult this year because you have 6 seniors and 5 freshmen? Does that make it a little bit more of a challenge to do that?
It was. We had a couple of them are pretty quick. We had to get them first, but it was still a lot of fun.
Okay, so last night you guys played against Sandy. You guys won 2-1. Sounded like it was a pretty good game. They were, I believe, ranked ahead of you in the state rankings, but you guys came out with the victory. Talk a little bit about the game.
Yeah, it was. We knew going into it was going to be a really tough game, really physical game, and it was at our home field, which this time of year is pretty wet and sloppy. So it was a rough game, but we pulled through and we really came together. We kept that fire going and that want, and it pulled off. We pulled it off.
So, kind of explain, give us a little play-by-play of kind of who scored first. How did it turn out?
We had our first shot. Bree May, had the first pretty far out over the keeper, and it was a pretty good shot from the far end. It looked good, and so going into half, we were up by 1. And second half, we scored about 15 minutes in. We're up 2-1 or 2-0. But then a couple minutes right after that, they came back with a pretty good shot off the crossbar and in. So, but instead of falling in, saying all right, we said all right, let's go, and we got to keep it going, and it worked out.
So that goal that they scored against you kind of drove you guys to play a little bit harder defense and to press a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. It fired us up again, and we knew it was. We didn't have that game yet. We had to fight for it.
Yeah, kind of talk about the aspect of being at home and being up on somebody. What does that feel like, and how do you keep yourself from falling into that lull of, okay, we're up 2 goals to nothing, that we pretty much got this one in the bag? How do you keep yourself motivated in those times?
Well, my previous 3 years, we haven't had a lot of that. It's been some rough years, so it's really been a learning curve this year, and learning how to play when we're ahead, and keeping that, not falling into old habits when the other team gets 1 goal on us, and it's been hard to learn. You really just gotta. It's like each individual person needs to get the people around them going and just get fired up and know what you need to do.
With that split of freshmen and seniors, what is your contribution to the freshmen? How are you helping them out?
Well, we've got a freshman goalkeeper who's on JV right now. She's swung up a few games. We've been training together, so I'm trying to get her ready for next year because I didn't have that as a freshman. So trying to help her out so she'll be ready. Each senior kind of has a freshman who plays similar positions, and we all kind of mentor and give the tips when we can.
The freshman group, you guys kind of talked a little bit about like how it would be nice to be able to kind of maybe go back to being a freshman again and being able to play with that group and being staying together. Talk about what it's like for this St. Helens program where you guys kind of had some struggles your first 3 years to where you guys are at now, where you guys are one of the top ranked teams in the state. You guys are doing great in your division. Talk about that growth that the program has had.
Yeah, it's been hard. Like our senior class is really strong and we have the numbers. But the classes around us, when we were younger, the upperclassmen, and now the juniors and seniors this year, or juniors and sophomores, they haven't really had the numbers of girls out there with the skill and the drive to play varsity soccer. So having that group of freshmen in there now who has the drive, they have the skill, they want it, it's really helped us to get us, all right, this is our year. We're finally here. We finally have the numbers and the skill to do it.
So talk about a couple of your teammates, some of them that maybe stand out a little bit.
Seniors, and we've got our 3 captains, me, Bree, and Alex, and we've been leaders throughout. But it's hard when you're younger. You should be looking up to the seniors, and it's kind of the groups of seniors we've had. It's been kind of difficult. But we've also all of our other seniors, Chelsea Rennie, Regan Duarte, and Tori Bear. They're always go-getters, and Tori especially is always positive. She always finds the silver lining and keeps us all laughing and keeps us going. The freshmen, having Ashley Giesbers and Genesis Hansen up front, that speed and the skill they're still learning, but by the time they reach their senior year, they're gonna go somewhere, I feel.
Good. So, this is kind of your senior year. You're kind of coming up on the end of the year. I know you guys are looking forward to the playoffs. Kind of looking past soccer, what is your goals maybe for the rest of this year? Are you going to be playing any other sports? And then past high school, are you going to be looking to play soccer further down, or are you going to be going to college somewhere?
I do play other sports throughout the year, so I'm always looking forward to those and want to do well in those. But soccer's always been my real passion. I would love to play after school at a university or a small college.
Are you looking to kind of stay local in the area, or are you looking kind of just anywhere where you can go and play?
I want to stay Oregon, Washington, the Northwest. I love it here, and I want to stay close, but really wherever I can go, I'll take.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.